Hey everybody! So I received these adorable gingerbread stamps from Adorn It. I will link them in the description box. They're so cute, and I thought we could make a couple of cards and a recipe tag for my recipe tag album. So I went ahead and I stamped all of the stamps, colored them up, added highlights and details to them using glossy accents and my favorite white pen. And we're going to go ahead and make a couple of cards and a recipe tag. So cute. And as I go through this video, I will be pointing out to you my favorite products that I use time and time again to create my cards with. My 5 favorite products. I went through my 6x6 and 6x8 paper stash. I pulled out these 2 pattern papers that I thought worked well with the colors. They're super cute. I don't have much of either of them left, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the recipe tag that will go inside my recipe tag album. I'm going to be counting down my 5 favorite supplies to make cards with. Now, if you are new to my channel, then you may not know this. I am a scrapbooker. So my main passion, paper crafting, is scrapbooking. It is what I love to do the most, specifically 12x12 scrapbooking. I do enjoy making cards, but they are not my focus. Although, as my friend Natalie says, I have been going through a little bit of a card era recently. I've also rediscovered my art journaling. But for the most part, most of the projects you're going to see here on the channel are scrapbooking. Because of that, I have a unique perspective when it comes to card making or making mini albums. I don't want to purchase an entire new collection of supplies. I want supplies that will easily transition from card making to scrapbooking to mini albums, to whatever I want to create, whatever I sit down and decide to create, whether I'm in a card era, whether I'm in a scrapbooking era, whether I'm in a let's throw paint on things era, which also occurs. I want to make sure that whatever I'm creating, I have the supplies, but not so many supplies I get overwhelmed. So what I thought this video could focus on today was my top 5 most used products in my room that I can transition from scrapbooking and take my scraps and take the leftovers from a scrapbook page that I've created and make a card if I desire. There are products out there that are easy to have, easy to store, easy to keep around. And having the ability to make a card when you finish a scrapbook page and you have all those scraps there is awesome. So the first product I'm actually using on my recipe tag here, and that product is Brutus Monroe's Not Your Mama's Cardstock. This stuff is a game changer. Now, it is an 8.5 by 11 size cardstock, but if you are someone who does mixed media in your scrapbooking and you like to die cut mixed media panels, it is perfect for that. It's also really awesome for creating DIY thickers with. Amazing for that. And I also use it as a nice stable base to create my tags with in my recipe tag mini album. I have shown a couple of process videos where I go through all the steps to use this product in my recipe tag album. I love this album. In fact, I now have a volume 1 and a volume 2. I have tried multiple recipes from this recipe stamp set from Dana Markham, and I have never been disappointed. They have always been delicious. The one I'm working with today is gingerbread coffee creamer, which I have not made yet, but I fully intend to. I'm actually having a little get together at my house in the next couple of weeks, and I will be making some of this for that little party. And I love, love, love this project. So there is my little stamped and colored image. I color all of my images with Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I very rarely color onto camera because first of all, I move my, whatever I'm coloring, I move it all around my desk all the time. And so if I would zoom in, I'd be out of frame. If I zoomed out, you wouldn't be able to see anything. Plus, I'm super slow. And if you are looking for some good coloring channels, there are so many people better at coloring. So much better at coloring than me. Nicole Spohr, Christina Warner. That's where you're going to want to go for coloring videos. In addition to my little recipe on the recipe tag, I am also adding just a bit of sparkle. These are snow slide sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I will leave links for all of the products that are still available in the description box below. So you will find links to the Not Your Mama's cardstock. You will find links to these beautiful stamps. And if the snow slide sequins are not sold out, I will link them up. But I am voicing this over at the end of December 2024, and Spiegel Mom Scraps will be closing the sequin part of their business December 31st. So, by the time, depending on when you see this video, there might not be any more sequins left. But these sequins are these cute little holographic snowflakes, and I love them. I have oodles and oodles of Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins in my stash, so you will also see lots of ways to use sequins on my channel. So I always like to add just a bit of decor on the back of my tag. I don't want to leave the back of the tag naked and boring, so I covered it with some more paper, and I'm adding these 3 little gingerbread men in addition to some more sequins. Here is my little recipe tag ready to go into my album. I'm just making sure all the sequins are good and adhered down. So cute. My next project is going to be an anniversary card for my cousin. So I set myself a goal that I'm going to make and send wedding anniversary cards to all of my friends during the coming year. I really, really want to do this. I used to do it all the time and I got away from it, but I always have opportunities to make cards, and I really think it's important to celebrate marriage and celebrate people that have been married for a long time, because let's face it, marriage, hard stuff. And I've been married for 26 years, so I know. So my goal for January for 2025, even if I can't necessarily put a gift into the card, I want to be able to send at the very least a card. My cousin was married in January, so I thought like wintry, cozy gingerbread mugs would be perfect for an anniversary card for her since she was married in January. And that's going to bring us to my second favorite product for scrapbookers that like to make cards. And that is this set of dies from Emily Moore. Now, there are two sets of dies, and I like them both. One of them is the Cardmaker's Essential die set. The other one is if you want to put a gift card in your card, you can buy, she has a die that is a gift card holder. But this Card Making Essentials die, this is the one you want. If you are a scrapbooker and you want to be able to finish a scrapbook layout and make a card from your scraps, there is no beating this die set. There is nothing on the market like it, and I cannot say enough amazing good things about it. So this die set is called the Card Sentiment die set, and it comes with 5 different shapes that you can mix and match, and with, if you have a couple sentiment dies, or if you want to die cut a word or a phrase from a printed cut apart sheet, those types of things. These give you these beautiful stitched dies that are in sizes that come in a lot of different stamp sets. So, for example, for me, when I use my Adorn It stamps, they don't come with dies, but most of the time, one of the die sets in Emily's Card Sentiment dies will fit over my sentiments from Adorn It. Another thing that this Card Sentiment die comes with is a stitch rectangle, perfect for a card base. So that's what we're going to use today. I'm actually going to use it 2 different ways. So I cut my bottom panel of my card with it, and now I'm going to cut a smaller kind of strip, but I'm cutting it with the die because I want that stitched edge to match up when I layer it onto the card. Product number 3 is a little bit of an optional one, but if you're going to have sentiment dies or sentiment stamps and you're going to stamp at all for card sentiments, then I really, really think this is a good purchase, and that is a Misty. I know this is a higher price point, and this is more of an investment. I get that. But there is nothing better on the market for stamping sentiments or stamping, period. And again, if you want to stamp on your scrapbook pages and on your cards, you might want to splurge and get the ginormous one. Just saying. So I'm going to stamp this sentiment. This is a stamp set from Gina K, and it just has all these really great words, and it's a gorgeous stamp set. If I can find it, I will link it, but it is a little bit older. And I'm going to use it to stamp my sentiment. I'm also stamping using spiced ink from Catherine Pooler. I just felt like this warm, cozy, spicy brown was perfect to go with my little gingerbread mugs. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put my card together. So I have the card base, and I'm going to go ahead and line up those stitch marks. I love that. And then I can add the little strip, which is where my cute little gingerbread mugs are going to sit. And now we come to my third favorite recommended supply. If you are a scrapbooker, but you would like to take your scraps and make cards, and that is Bruce Monroe A2 card bases. I know you could cut your own cardstock. I understand this, but let me just say, if I have just made a scrapbook layout that I really like, and it has taken me a long time, and it is beautiful, and I just want to use up my scraps and make a couple cards, I do not want to cut down cardstock and then try to score it and fold it and everything else in an effort to make a card base. I want to have one cut and scored and ready to go, and nobody does that better than Burgess Monroe. They sell them in packs of 50, and they're amazing. If card making is not your hobby, but it's just something you want to do with your paper crafting supplies in order to finish up scraps, then I highly recommend have a pack of 50 card bases just hanging out. I also recommend grabbing yourself a pack of envelopes, A2 envelopes from Amazon, and you will be good to go. And then you can quickly make cards from your scraps and you're not worried. And see how gorgeous that Emily Moore die cuts your card front, and you get that perfect, beautiful white border done and done. My last favorite card making supply that I think scrapbookers would love is completely, totally, and utterly free. And that is go to Pinterest, type in Mojo Monday card sketches. You will get oodles of card sketches. Grab a couple of your favorites, print them onto some 4x6 pieces of cardstock. Matte photo paper by Canon is pretty much white cardstock. And you will have at your disposal gorgeous card sketches that you can use for card making. But here's the trick. This is why I say Mojo Monday. Mojo Monday sketches are my absolute favorite because they are designed in such a way that they use lots of layers of patterned paper, and they have unique ways of layering up those pattern papers. And if you're a scrapbooker who wants to dabble and make a card now and then, what do you have the most of? Scraps. And these card sketches are perfect for knowing how to lay out scraps and use leftover bits of paper. They are hands down my favorite card sketches. And I have printed stacks of them. I have them in a little pile on my desk, and I just printed them onto 4x6 white cardstock. And after you use them for a while, you'll kind of get a feel for how to do it. They're a great way to learn how to layer pattern papers for cards. And I love that about them. Here goes those gorgeous dies from Emily Moore again. I am just going to go ahead and cut a card front from that die, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow the little sketch I've chosen and layer up the scraps of pattern papers. I am telling you guys that these sketches will teach you how to layer and make cards. I cannot stress enough, it is a free way to get a card making class when you are a scrapbooker that wants to make cards. So that is my 5 top favorite products for scrapbookers who want to make a card now and then. I will link down in the description box all of the products I used. Those links will be affiliate links if I can find them, and if I have affiliate accounts, if affiliate links are available to me, I will use them. That means that if you use those affiliate links, I get a small commission from the company. They know you watch me and love my videos, and by using those links, I can continue to bring you more videos and can continue to provide content for you all. And I appreciate you using those links so much. You have no idea. They really they really, really help. They help my kids and my family and our house and our dogs and all of those things. And I so appreciate and love every time I can see that you have used some of those. So I've layered up the pattern papers exactly as directed on my sketch. And once you have those pattern papers layered up, now you can kind of play, right? So you want to add I'm going to add my pretty stamped images. And what I did was this little cup with the gingerbread in it, on the stamp set, it says joy. Well, I masked off that part that said joy and didn't stamp that part and left it just a plain cup because I really wanted to use the sentiment there that says you're as sweet as a cookie, and I wanted that to be the sentiment on my card. So I'm going to go ahead and layer up these gingerbread cookies all together with that sentiment. When I was stamping and fussy cutting, I forgot to leave enough room around my sentiment, or I would have cut it using one of the dies from Emily Moore's card sentiment dies, but I kind of got too close. I had stamped the sentiment too close to some of my other images, and I wasn't going to waste it, so I just fussy cut around the sentiment. But definitely the sentiment would have fit. It would have fit. There were actually 2 different dies in the card sentiment dies that would have fit the sentiment really nicely. I messed up because I didn't plan ahead and I had stamped all the images too close together onto one sheet of paper before I colored and fussy cut them. So I am going to pop that sentiment up, and I'm going to add a couple more of the little snowflake dies, or sequins, not dies, sequins. And then I am also going to glue the last 2 cookies I colored up. I'm going to put them inside my card for a little extra embellishment in there. And that's it. We have created a set of projects using my top 5 favorite products for scrapbookers who want to make a card now and then. Again, all of the product links you will find in the description box below, including the gingerbread cards and the gingerbread recipe stamp from Adorn It, and anything else. I will also try to find Mojo Monday's actual website and link that up. I believe that they do have a website. I don't know if they still are creating more card sketches. I found them through Pinterest, but so you can always go into Pinterest and just type in Mojo Monday card sketches and you will get lots of them. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Here are all 3 of the projects I made in this video today. They're so, so cute. Bye, everybody.